As the prophet of esports, I rely on trustworthy and meaningful data every day. Data from our research partner, YouGov, offers the most complete view of esports fans and gamers in the world, providing context to who they are, what they think, the brands they buy, and things they do. YouGov's connected insights and research services inform strategy at every level. If you're a team, a brand, agency, or rights holder, you should be talking with YouGov. Their partners measure and maximize ROI and are telling compelling stories with data. Visit yougov.com/gaming-esports to learn more. Speaking of Taylor, we were at his very cool Razer store in Las Vegas, which I highly recommend everyone to go check out. It's a brand new store. It's absolutely spectacular. And it's very, very cool. So a little bit of gaming, nerding out on the Las Vegas Strip, other than the the HyperX Esports Arena.
I believe only 5 Razer stores in the world also. So if you're local to one, really, yeah, like Paul said, we recommend checking it out.
Brandon says, hello, Brandon. Hello.
Brandon, what's up? Brandon is EEG's newest, one of newest employees. Is our head of PR and social media.
Very cool. Well, welcome, Brandon. Robert says, what were you all doing in Vegas? I was there too last week for CinemaCon. Robert, it's so funny you mentioned that because we were there filming a bunch of content, a bunch of new stuff planned that you're going to see from Holodeck and from Business of Esports and all the kind of the stuff we're doing. So the whole team flew out to Vegas for like 3 or 4 days to do content. And we found out only at the end that there was this like huge CinemaCon conference happening. And I told Jimmy he had to park himself outside of that because I don't know how we missed that. I don't know how we didn't know that was happening at the exact same time we were there. But it did seem interesting. So I'm curious how your CinemaCon experience was, if there was anything esports or gaming related that you saw there. Taylor says, yep, 5. There you go. 5 Razer stores in the world. Chris says, how many people in the store when you got there?
I can't recall because actually we entered, I think, like a minute or 2 before opening. And we were there all day, Chris.
Yeah.
So we
saw
there were
coming and going.
Yeah, I can't say a lot of foot traffic on that part of the strip. A lot of people interested in gaming that were coming in, buying peripherals, kind of hanging out. Mask mandates, I'm sure, kind of changed things because Nevada is a little stricter than others. But it was a very busy store. I was super impressed, not just with the layout, but with the amount of people that came in throughout the day to make a purchase or to try out, a new mouse, keyboard, computer, etc.
It was interesting because that section though, like between the Link and the Flamingo, is a very busy stretch that I had not really spent any time around, but lots of foot traffic there. Like a great place. I think a great place for that Razer store. I can't think of really a better spot where I would have put it. Seems like the right spot for it. Christian says, good evening, Paul, Jimmy, and Jeff. Look forward to the business takes this week. Christian, thank you for being here.
As always.
Christopher says, what's your review of HyperX since you were in the hood?
We had the most fun day at HyperX.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's an interesting asset that I think my takeaway, and Jimmy, maybe, we made some incredible content there, guys. And I'm so excited. I want to tell you everything we're doing. I just can't yet. But we made some amazing content there. And I will say, I think what was most like the big takeaway for me was just how underutilized it is. Like, I think there's so much more they could do with that space. And I don't think Allied's doing enough with it. And it made me think, in the hands of the right owner, that there's a ton of potential there. Jimmy, I don't know if you...
Well, it's interesting, because it's definitely a COVID, the time period with COVID and the mask mandates is not, I think,
True.
them in their prime. So you're kind of evaluating it based off of a limited scope, right, of when we were there. I will say that what I learned from them while we were, we always we do what we do, but then we always talk on the side, is on a normal year, on a normal, no health concerns and normal foot traffic kind of year, they have at least 1,000 people in there every day at any time. And I think you might change your tune a little bit if you saw. It would more just be optimism as for our industry, I think.
Jimmy, yeah, sorry, maybe it didn't come out right, but it's like the space is like jaw dropping in terms of how spectacular it is, and it's they've taken a nightclub space and turned it into this temple to gaming. And as a PC gamer, like, it gives you goosebumps how amazing the space is.
I personally would want to go over to the Razer store, buy a bunch of peripherals, right? Buy a Sneaky Snack and some other cool stuff, take it to the Allied Arena, and then have my 21st birthday bash there. They have VIP rooms for gaming. There's the giant stage and the monitors. There's the cool production facility. There's a bar, 2 bars with drinks. Sorry, I cut you off, but I was hyped on it. The first thing I thought of was, like, I want to have all my birthdays here. I want my bachelor party here. This is just like, it's like you said, it's a mecca for gamers.
Christopher, I will just say, the one thing that stood out for me, we tried placing esports bets at multiple Las Vegas casinos and got funny looks at everyone. So that was not a success.
Security is fast. Let me tell you guys. Like, lightning fast security.
Trying to film content inside casinos, not recommended.
That's how you get your kneecaps broken or something. I'm not sure
Jeff,
if esports betting is legal yet in Nevada. I know they recently.
It is. It is
very recently passed that. Is it officially, like, on the books already? I know they, like, very recently passed a bill.
Most of the big sports books don't offer it in the casino. Some have it online.
Okay.
So that was an interesting
article,
kind of,
like, literally published August 20th, where it was like the control board in Nevada took steps to expand esports betting. So I think it is pretty recently. Bill 165 became effective in July, so maybe that's why. And maybe that's talking about online. It doesn't really matter, but maybe that's why it's not as prevalent yet. It's pretty
Taylor
recent.
in the chat confirmed you guys also. Yeah, it is, but not in sports books yet, if you want to throw that up.
yeah, let me just come on in anytime. We'd love to give you a tour. Yeah, I mean, anyone listening who's in Las Vegas, hit up Taylor because that Razer store is awesome. Robert says, we had a great tour of HyperX Arena. Their new use of bleacher seating is a design I've been recommending, and it was great to see it deployed well. Yeah, the whole setup is just perfect. Like, it's done so well. The stage makes you feel like being on that stage felt epic too. Taylor says it is, but not in sports books yet. Yeah, that was our experience. Mainly online for now through BetUS and such. It was interesting because I would get a smile from the person at the sportsbook counter. Like, they know what I wanted, but couldn't do anything about it. So it was a very interesting experience.
You had a bet on Verstappen instead, huh?
Yeah, turned out to be a good bet. Paid off.